All right, and now welcome. This is going to be the long video here. This is where I try to explain a whole bunch of stuff. So hopefully you just watch this video right here, introductory video and syllabus, and now you're on this one. And so this one is not a video. So let's go to this one here. So I want to explain each of the pieces of the Canvas site. And then after that, we'll go to the MyMathLab. So first things first, modules. I created this in terms of modules, and this is just a quick intro of how I thought in my head this would work out well. I have everything in order of the way you should do it. If you want to, you can actually print out the home page. And with that, you can have a little check mark list of what you think will be helpful with in that. All right. And so again, this is quick little thing of the video of how to go through the material, but essentially it is going through the material two different ways for lecture. We'll get to that as well. Okay, so chapter one, here it is. These guys are PowerPoints. So if you want to just click on it, you can print it out and go for it. All right. Then you can watch the chapter one video. You can either watch the YouTube version or the MyLab version. So let's get to that. And then you have to complete the homework in the MyMathLab site. So if you want to print this page out, just use a little checklist. You're just going to check box, and you can work your way down the list here. We have chapter 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then it tells you when your midterm's going to come up. Okay, there it is. Don't forget the study guide is going to be in the files folder. All right, so there's that. There it is. Okay. All right, then we have chapter 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then we have our final. Oh, you know, I forgot to put a slow exam. I'll put that in. Hopefully that's the one thing I was missing still. Okay, so there'll be a extra piece right before the final. Okay, so there's the first page. There's a home page. That's what you're going to get to each time. The next one I want to look at is the discussion board. I guess we should go in order here. We're going to skip this one for now. That'll be the big one at the end. So we do have discussion boards that are going to be due. There's going to be 5 of them throughout the semester. I will tell you in a little bit where they're at. But the introduction, tell me about yourself, and then you're going to look at resources. By the time you're finishing up chapter 3, once you at least kind of think through with the rest of the class of what resources we're using, is there certain things that have been helpful. I go in there and see if there's any resources that I can be plug in as well. All right, then we turn our attention to studying for the midterm. How are people going to study? What is the best way to study? Then after we take that final or the midterm exam, we take a look at what happened. How did you study well? Is there things you can improve on? And how are you going to study for if you're going to be midterm again, how would you study for that? And then the last discussion board is how to study for the final exam. So there it is. There's 5 of them. Notice real quickly here. So they're the first discussion board. It's already available to you, and it's due the 22nd. So again, kind of quickly here, but in the week, it's already due. This is going to be due the following week, and it's available to you already. If you think you're like, oh yeah, I already have a resource in mind, go for it. And then I just kind of put this out here. As you get closer to the midterm, take the time to fill that out. Obviously, this is not going to be available until after the midterm exam. And then this one I just not made available until we get sort of closer to the final. But they're the due dates right here. So it's due on June 22nd, June 29th, July 6th, July 13th, July 28th. All right, but where do we find all the due dates for the class? So if you click on the files menu right here, and again, mine is the instructor version of Canvas, so yours may a little differently here. All right, first things first, I want to take you guys to here. This is the schedule. I have it in 2 different months. So this is the schedule for June. Click that open. And here's what we got. We got the first day of class right here. And I encourage you guys to print these out. Okay, if you need to, if you click it like this, I think it only prints out the slide. It's a slide, but if you download it, you can download it as well. That's cool too. All right, first day, email me and sign up for the MyMathLab right there. There's your discussion board, number 1 that's due. There's chapter 1 that's due. So again, it already tells you what things are due. So by the end of the month, we should be finished with chapter 3, chapter 2, and also discussion board number 2. I hope that will be a little handy. I do want to be organized for you. because I know you guys need to schedule your life as well. So the due dates, I don't think they ever change. And so then we go to here. This is July. So on July 4th, there's no class there, but afterwards, July chapter 4 and 5 are due, and we jump into the midterms at this point. Midterm exam. And I took 2 days for the midterm, just in case you guys are busy and need extra time. You can take it on Friday if you just want to get it over with because you already completed with chapter 5. That's cool too. All right, all yours there. Then we take chapter 6, and the discussion board for chapter 4 will actually open here. So just a reflection of what happened on the midterm. Did you like the way you studied? Is there something that can be changed? Because essentially, you can. This is my pet peeve here. Not so much as bad in math. It's just usually it's what prior information you know, and if you have any math gaps that you're dealing with. And the other part is how's your study habits. That's it. Essentially, that's how you pass a math class. You fill in your gaps, and you study conforming the best way to study for the exam. All right. So then afterwards, it's chapter 7, 8 and 9 due on Wednesdays. We have the slow exam, which I'll post up soon. And then we have the final exam and also the discussion board. There's due, and that's it. It's 28th of July. We are finished with this class. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 weeks. There it is to cover what we normally do in 18 weeks. So we're going 3 times faster. It's almost like taking 12 units. It literally is. It's almost like taking 12 units in 6 weeks. So I wish you well on it. All right. The other stuff that we should take a look at with syllabus we already took the last time. These 3 right here. So in order to follow the lectures, we'll get to in a little bit here. If you want to PowerPoints of the lectures, here they are. This is what I'm going to be going through. And you can print them out if you like. If you want to just have them on the computer, that's perfect. That's all up to you. Right? That's just the way you want to organize things. All right. Some people don't like PowerPoint. It's kind of cumbersome and it's a program and everything else like that. So what I did was I made them all into PDFs. So click on this one. The whole entire lecture is in PDFs. This is 1.1. If you click on that, there are 4 slides to a page. As soon as this thing comes up, right there, and it's pretty much the outline, and it's the student version. So as you go through the lecture, you kind of fill in these little pieces right here. Kind of gives you a little something to do and to take lectures on. And then we go through all the different aspects of it. Again, this is kind of like the notes page. So you have most of the information already. You fill in a few things here. The highlights are pretty much like the more important stuff in the class. So hopefully I've organized your notes for you as well. All right, so that's the lectures. The other one is right here, the ADA compliant lectures. Again, they're just bigger and their color schema is a little bit different in order to comply with ADA, in case you need that as well. All right, so let me go back to the files menu. All right, and then the other pieces that are here are the final and midterm exam study guides. So click on that, probably print it out. And I would suggest as you're actually doing the homework. So here it is. So there's going to be a question 1 on the midterm. It's going to come from 1.1, and it's going to say this: distinguish between descriptive statistics and inferential statistics and make inferences. So as you're doing your homework, you may want to pay attention, a little bit more pay attention to these questions here, because they're going to recycle again into your midterm exam questions here. So on the midterm exam, there are 20 questions right here. That's what that says. It tells you which section they're coming from. So question 16 is going to come from 4.3. And it also even tells you the instructions. You just don't know the numbers. That's what it is. So you want to go back and pay. Just either go back in the homework after you've done it or pay extra attention when you're doing those type of homework. I would suggest you print this out, just have it in front of you as you're doing your homework. That'd be a good way to sort of see it. All right, and final exam, very similar. There are 20 questions on the final exam. I tell you which sections they're coming from. And I tell you which instructions are there per question. You just don't have the numbers in front of you yet. So there it is. We do go from 1.1 all the way to 9.2. And notice question number 1 is the same. Well, not the same numbers. It's the same type of question right here. So again, that one recycles twice. You can see it on the homework a few times. You're going to see it in the midterm and you can see it in the final. So that's like, as you're doing the homework, that's the one you want to, whoa, I really want to pay attention to this. I really want to understand this question because it's going to show up again on my exam. All right, I think I covered everything here. This one tells you how to link your Canvas site and your My Math Link site, but we'll go through that in just a bit here. At least we're going to go there. Okay, next is something called NetTutor. NetTutor is a program that West Coast College Coalinga and Lemoore have both bought. It is for West Coast College students. You get 40 free hours. So we bought 40 hours literally per student that you can come here and get tutoring from a person that has at least a bachelor's degree in their field here. So first things first, click on NetTutor, connect with a friendly tutor. And here it is. Not only is it for math, but it's all for all these subjects right over here. So anytime you need a tutor online, they have a little whiteboard that they use and just log in and go for it. You have 43 hours. Also, please tell me if it was useful. All right, and the one that we probably want to get one is this one right here. So it's going to be math, it's going to be stats and probability. That's cool. They even have a tutor that speaks Spanish to help you through it, but that's cool. So math, stats, and probability, that's the one you want to click on as you go through these. All right, that's the math tutor. This is the one for Coalinga students. That is for Lemoore students. And go from there. All right, so now let's go on to the main thing that we need to do. So the MyLab and Mastery. This is the publisher site. This is where you're going to do your homework. You're going to do your midterm and your final here. So when you click on it the first time, I already set mine up here. It's going to ask for a username and passcode, and it's going to say if you want to try a 14-day free trial. And that's fine. Just click on that and you're good to go. You don't need an access code. Access code is only if you need it later on. All right, and again, I'm going to have, let's see if I can have a student view. Let's see. Nope, I can't have a student view. So it's going to be like this. When you clock in as a student, yeah, there it is, student home view. Perfect, great. As a student, when you log in, this is what you see. So we're going to handle it as a student. You can take this out to a month, and there's nothing on the calendar. Okay, I'll take a look at that again here. But here's what I would do. Let's go through like a full entire study plan. If you click on assignments, all assignments and quizzes are going to be listed. Okay. Oh, you know what? That is probably because it's not available yet because it's not a online course yet. So let me give me 1 second. Let me move this to be a course that's already set up. 1 second. All right, that's a lot better. I just had to make the class active. So here it is. A few things here we should note. This is where you're going to be doing your work just from an instructor point of view here. Anytime it says section like 1.1 homework, that is assigned to you. We're good. Notice that. The chapter tests, they are not assigned. So you do not need to do the chapter tests. But if you want to, just for extra practice, that's up to you. We're good. So your responsibility to do the homework itself here. So here it is. Here's a calendar view of it. And so if you want to see the calendar view of this, notice you have these little dots right here. If you click on one of them, they're going to appear right below as well. But maybe the best thing to do is what you just scroll past the calendar. And it tells you on June 23rd, here it is, chapter 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 is due. And it tells you how many questions you have as well to finish it off. So there is that. All right, so then when you click on July, you will have, this is chapter 2 and 3, this is chapters 4 and 5, this is chapter 6, 7, and then 8 and 9. And so notice the midterms are not on here yet. They will be posted, they'll become active on the morning of the 6th for the midterm. And then the final will become active the morning of the 28th. The SLO exam can be active. Actually, the SLO exam is taken on the Canvas site, not here. So the final will be posted early in the morning right here. Let me do it. Okay. So what you do is you click on it. So we'll go back to June. Yeah, it looks like you click the whole entire course as well. That's kind of cool too. Just click on it. It looks like classes everything and go for it here. So clicking on section 1.1, there are your questions. And some of them are going to be multiple choice. Some of them are fill in. Some of them are just word problems. Some are true and false. Some are matching. There's quite a number of them. So there it is. Choose the correct answer. And you go from there. Okay, and choose a wrong answer, I think. Let's see. Oops. Where'd it go? That's a pop-up window here. So there it is. I'm gonna go just check. And nope, shucks, so we want to try again. And so you have sort of that to, that's what I'm just pulling on the other window. All right, that to work with. All right, then you also have some helps here. So this one I don't think works, but it'll point you back to the textbook over here as well. And StatCrunch, that's just some stats software here. My encouragement is that you ask questions in the office hours as we have them, and we can work through them as well that way, or just work through the lectures, which you'll see in just a bit here. Okay, that, yeah, the page, okay. All right, so that's 1.1, and then you get started. What else is on here? So the other part is the ebook. You can view the ebook. This is the whole entire course of it here. They do a pretty good job. It's literally front cover to back cover. And it's all in PDF. And then I believe this one has some now interaction with it too here. So let's open one up. Let's see what we get. So the title page, there it is. All right, I'm going to just jump to the table of contents. Let me go to opener. Let's go to overview. There it is. Close our table of contents. And hopefully this will load up soon. There it is. Okay, so it has the whole entire textbook right there, the definitions. You can keep on going with it here. Let's see. Let me grab the next page. Let's see. I want to see if they have examples here. So I want to know if these are clicks. Yeah, okay. So this is a try yourself exercise if you want to go through it here. And this clicks to the video for this section. So it gives you that little piece there. And it keeps on going. So it is interactive in a bit here. And then again, same thing, apply a try it yourself exercise. Yep. And the video. Okay. That's neat. So glad to have that. And then we have, if you just want to go chapter content, which is not really, this is the student solution manual, but we're not going to be working out of the book. So we're fine that way. The other piece I want to show you is the multimedia library. Here it is. There's the important part here. So these are all the different digital things that are part of the class. So what I would do is I would go like chapter 1. There it is, intro, and I'll just select all. Oh, it tells you if you want to go to the sections here. I don't want to know. I just select everything and click find. Okay, what's going to bring up is any and everything that they have in terms of this class. So here's what we have. If you want to do some animation, they have some animation things here. There's some even preparatory videos, kind of like an introduction to the chapter. They have some applets as well. This one takes you directly to the textbook, which we just saw. This one gives you an overview of the sections. So here's your overview of the sections pieces. The PowerPoints, those are the ones that are in the files menu that I printed out for you guys, or I have for you guys. And then there's the videos. These are the videos that'll kind of keep on tracking you through the pieces there. So overview of the chapter itself. Yeah. Look at some of the basics. And there's that right there, just to give you that piece of information there. So these videos tend to be pretty good. And they tend to be elementary. So if you're missing a few things here, just to sort of make sure you got them. And then the textbook is the one. So let's go to 1.2. All right, still going. Still loading. All right, we'll wait just a little bit. Okay, and again, if you want to try yourself, that's fine. If you want to click the video here, there's the video for it. And you can go through the textbook that way. And these are each of the examples are given that way. So there it is.
The populations of several U.S. cities are shown in the table. Which data are qualitative data and which are quantitative data? So we have a column where we're given the name of the city. All right, and I'm going to just check back something here. So there's that. Ooh, I lost it. I wanted to see if the example problem was the same. Oh. All right, so, oh, it is different. Okay, so it was not the same thing that was on the video. I just wanted to check that out there. So there's that piece, there's that piece. Looking at data types. Oh, there it is. That's the one that was actually on the video right there. It's the try yourself pieces. Okay, that's cool. All right, and the other way that I wanted you guys to progress. So that is what we have here. That is what is made here. So this is where you're going to work through your courses. You need to get the textbook or access the multimedia library and go through the textbook itself, interaction videos, animations if you want to take a look at some animation stuff as well. All those are absolutely all for you. All right, the other way I was thinking of you guys to progress through this class, and it's on the syllabus. Okay, I'll click on the syllabus this way here. Nope, sorry, the syllabus here. Oh, yeah, it's the syllabus right here. Okay, that's syllabus. I know it was on somewhere. All right, on this syllabus right here, if you go down, you have a little link right here. And so this is, so the first way I thought that would be the best for you guys to do it on the MyMathLab site, multimedia library, which is what we just did. You can even click on section video lectures if you like, and those will actually give you those pieces there as you do it. Yeah, in fact, let's do that now. So let's see, we can do section videos or we can do the textbook, whichever way you prefer to do it here. So if you go back to the multimedia library right here, this is chapter 1, all of chapter 1. I would actually do this here. I would check this one. And again, this was going to give you a pretty good idea of what the section's about. Okay? That's one way, good way to do it here. But another way to do it, as we did before, is to go here, read through the textbook, and use the multimedia textbook in order to look at like that's so 2 different ways here. Just doing these right here as a intro to it, and then figuring out yourself, or read through the textbook with the multimedia apps behind it. Okay, the other way I was envisioning you guys go through this here is to click on this little link right here, or it's not going to link from here. I'm going to copy and paste it. And hopefully this works. So this is me lecturing the class a couple of years ago, actually. Of course, we have to go through the advertisements first. So let's do that. I'm going to skip this guy as soon as my cursor comes back to me. There it is. Okay. All right. So here's what I got. I have the lectures that I did right here. And this is me talking through a class. This is a class that statistics. They're interacting with me. Some students have questions as well. And so they're interacting with me. So this is going to be part of those PDF versions and the PowerPoints of what was on the files menu. All right, and these guys should be all in lecture here. So if you click over here, this will be section 1, 2, and 1, 3, because we did that all in one class right there as well. All right, so let me those your levels. Okay, then you can just kind of progress through it if you like here. If you want to go see all of them, if you click on here, it says from Math 4B, that's the channel there. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for these guys right here. This is all the Math 25 lectures completely. So if you click on that, they'll be all listed for you right there. So this is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So you got 2.1, 2.2. Now the only thing that you got to note here is on the, notice you guys are not going to have any homework for 2.1 and 2.2. The only homework you're going to have is for 2.3 and 2.4. We're good. If you want to listen through 2.1 and 2.2, that's fine. But just because there's so much little time left in the class here, I felt 2.1 and 2.2 didn't really need to be part of that lecture. So homework-wise, 2.3, 2.4 only for you guys here. But this is it right here. This is the lecture. And maybe if this suits you well, that's fine. Sometimes I re-recorded things twice. Not that this is like the morning class and this is the afternoon class. So I just kind of recorded both that particular day. That's all. Doesn't mean that they're any worse, but you don't need to watch both of them. You can just watch one. Essentially, they're the same thing. All right, and then notice I have up through chapter 7. So I still need to put in 8 and 9 into here eventually. All right, but again, Math 25 lecture is what you want from the channel Math 4B. All right, with that, I wish you well in the class.
and wish you to have a wonderful summer.